Hello and welcome to T Money Talks. I'm your host T Money, and on today's episode, we're going to get to know who I am. We're just going to enjoy whatever thoughts come to my mind as I describe who I am, what I like to do, and all the things that kind of run through my head. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's just see who T Money is. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just here to have fun, enjoy myself, enjoy my time and my company. And if you enjoy it too, that'd be great. So let's just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. So a little bit about who T Money is. Well, I'm a creator. I write, record, and produce all of my own music, which you can find on a bunch of different social medias. I go under the name Now or Never for Twitter, Instagram, and just about anything. If you just search the username Now or Never _band, you'll find me. I also have my music on Bandcamp. There you could stream and purchase my music. The link for that, I believe, is in my Instagram bio, but I mean, it's up to you on whether or not you want to listen to my music, because you're here listening to a podcast, which isn't my music, but I'm just telling you about who I am, who T Money is. So we're just getting into it. We're just seeing where this takes us. We're just dipping our toes in the water, seeing how it goes. We're all here for fun. Yeah, let's just vibe together, man. But yeah, music, it's one of the things I create. I love music so much. It's my life. It literally is the thing that drives me to be who I am and to do what I want. It's my passion that I have never given up on, and it has always been there since I was born. I have always been drawn to music. I've always wanted to learn how to play an instrument. And I remember growing up as a child, constantly begging my mom, please buy me a guitar for my birthday. That's all I ever wanted. Please, mom, please. And so every year for Christmas, my birthday, any holiday that I would get a gift, it would always be, can I get a guitar? It wasn't until the 6th grade that I finally got my first guitar. And that's when the whole process finally started of me writing, recording, releasing music. And it's just been a whole lot of fun. And it's helped me to really discover who I am and express myself. But now I'm out here creating this podcast, being alone with my thoughts, being alone with the listeners out there, and just seeing where this takes me, where I take myself, where I discover who I am and what I'm doing. So I think that's really cool. And please be warned, this is a fair warning. I am literally talking to myself. There is no one else in this room but me. So the topics gonna be all over the place pretty much, and I do apologize for that in advance. But this is me alone with my thoughts, so I guess we're just gonna roll with it. But aside from music being my life, I also have just recently got into TikTok. That's right. I am also a TikTok creator because gosh darn, I'm funny, but only sometimes. Only sometimes am I really funny, and I capture my hilarious jokes and videos in my TikToks. And I started that about 3 months ago, and I finally reached 106 followers. That's pretty good, I think, for going in 3 months and not telling anyone or any of your friends to go follow you. So I think I'm doing pretty good on there. And now I'm out here making a podcast because why not? We're in quarantine. We're in a pandemic. There's not much else to do. And well, I love creating things. So I figured why not start a podcast? That would be fun. And honestly, it is. So far, I'm having a great time just getting to know myself, discovering who I am, discovering T Money, because this is T Money Talks. Yes, it is. But yeah, I've been really into TikTok. That's been helping to keep me sane during this crazy time that is life right now. And honestly, if it wasn't for TikTok, I probably would have lost my mind like months ago. Like, I'm talking months ago. I would have just like lost it. But TikTok helps. And then going back into music, writing songs again has also helped. It's been a wild journey, this whole pandemic. But aside from music and TikTok, I also have done a few plays. I wouldn't call myself an actor, but I have done a couple of plays before. That was a lot of fun. Again, it's just about being creative for me. I just love to create things, just about anything that involves creativity and imagination, because that's where I thrive. I love to create new things. It just it just gives me the right amount of dopamine or serotonin or whatever the drug is. That's what creating gives me, and I just love it so much. So I've done plays in the past, and that was cool. And I wanted to minor in theater while I was in college. Unfortunately, I didn't. I don't know why. I think I was like 5 credits away to like just minoring in it, but I just never got around to it. But that's no problem. That's fine. I also love musicals. Musicals are the greatest thing to have ever happened to me. My friend Brandon actually took me to my very first musical. We saw Newsies together at the Costa Mesa Playhouse. Jesus, I cannot tell you how thrilling it was to watch it. After that night, I was like, I have to be in a musical. At least one musical in my life, I have to be in it. And that kind of ignited the flame, started the fire for my obsession for musicals. I mean, yeah, I sing, but I'm not like, no, I'm not even going to put myself down like that. I sing. I am a great singer. I deserve to be in a musical. But anyways, aside from wanting to be in musicals, I have learned that I'm going to be a musical director. You're going to catch me one day musical directing a Broadway production somewhere in the future. You're going to see my name, and you're going to come back to this podcast and be like, hey, T-Money said they were going to be a musical director, and look at them now. And it's true. I am. I'm putting it out there in the universe that I will be a musical director. But what I really love about musicals is the music and the way the music helps push the story along and really brings out more emotion than regular lines. Like, just a regular play can't do as much. Don't get me wrong, a stage play can definitely bring out emotions and move people and do all these great things. But musicals just take them to a whole nother level, because music really just gets you in your soul. And when you're listening to the person really sing that song or that solo or hit that note, and you could just feel the pain or the sadness or the anger or the frustration or the joy, the happiness in their voice, you could just feel it touch your soul. And personally, I don't think I've ever had that feeling from someone just saying lines or just talking to me, because music, it really touches the soul. And that's what I love about musicals, is every time I watch one, I listen to one, it just moves me and drives me and motivates me. And I mean, I haven't had a play do that. Don't get me wrong. I love stage plays as well, stage readings. I love theater in general. This is just my obsession with musicals. That's literally all this is. I love theater. I too am a theater kid. Anyways, aside from that, that's just a little bit about who I am. Music, TikToks, and musicals. That's really like the main 3 things of who T-Money is. But that's not true. That's just like the outside. That's the layer of who I am. I got layers like an onion. Yeah, that's the first layer of who T-Money is. It's just music, musicals, and kind of, and TikTok. Yeah, the surface of who I am. That would be it. But other than those 3 things, I also love being outside. Not like, oh, let's go on a hike, man. Yeah, that sounds great. Or let's go surfing, dude. No. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with hiking or surfing. Don't get me wrong. It's just like, I like to be outdoors in the sense where I just embrace nature and let it just help relax me, cleanse my body, and just, I like to go out in nature and like lay in the grass and just lay there for hours staring up at the clouds, staring up at the sky, at a tree. Like that, to me, that is my vibe. Just being in nature, hearing no like human say, how is the weather out there? Oh my goodness, did you see Sharon today when she came home from the grocery store? No, I don't want background conversations when I'm outside. Like I just described, I want silence where the only thing I hear is like the wind blowing or the rustling of the trees or like an airplane going over you as it passes. Like that's the outdoors that I like. The early morning before the world is awake, when it's still nice and quiet, or the middle of the day when everyone's at work or kids are in school and the world is at peace. You could hear everything. That's the outdoors that I like. Just embracing it, feeling nature, feeling the world, and really just getting in sync with everything that's going on. Like that I could do for like 3 hours. I could literally just lay in the grass staring at the sun or like this clouds for like 3 hours straight, and I would not be bothered whatsoever. I would have a thrill of a time doing that. Truly, like the outdoors are amazing. I truly believe people should go outside more often, but not to be like, oh my god, it's so hot outside, who can do this? Or why do I have to go outside and wear a mask? I can't breathe in a mask. Get over it. Just put the mask on. It's not a big deal. Anyways, aside from that little rambling, I just go outside and just embrace the outdoors. Just sit there, close your eyes, meditate a little if you'd like. Just listen to the wind, to the sounds going on, to the natural music that the world creates around you. I think that's why I truly like the outdoors so much, is because the silence that you think there is when no one's talking, when no one's around, isn't really silence. It's Mother Nature's soundtrack of the world. And sometimes, if you listen real hard, not always, but for some people, you might hear things. But yeah, just go outside, take a walk, sit in the grass, just be alone with yourself. It'll do you some good, I promise you. Especially if you're like trying to get into meditation or something. Being outdoors with like no one else, just you enjoying the outside, is very therapeutic, in my opinion. Anyways, it's very therapeutic for me. I could literally go on about being outside and just relaxing for hours if I wanted to. But I won't, because I feel like I don't want to bore you to death with my tree talk. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be a lot of fun, you know? Us getting to know me, who T Money is, discovering, like, I'm having so much fun. I apologize for the chaotic way that this is happening, but it's not even chaotic in a sense, it's more organic. Everything that's happening in this podcast right now is very organic. I'm just letting the thoughts come to me, which is why we're all going to discover who T Money is. This is very hard for me when I'm in school and they're like, hello class, welcome to the first day of school. So we're just gonna go around the room and everyone's gonna say who they are, and we're gonna give a fun fact about ourselves. I hated that in high school. I hated that so much, and this is kind of what it feels like for me. It's like, I'm gonna tell you who I am, and we're just gonna, okay, I gotta go home now. Like that's kind of the anxiety I have doing this, but that's why I want to do this podcast is we're both going to discover who T Money is as T Money talks about anything to themselves. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's just me getting out of my shell and kind of helping to heal my inner child of all those years of, all right, so you're next. Can you tell us your name and one fun fact about you? And then I would just sit there and say my name and then just be like, I like music. I feel like this is going to be very helpful for me. So when I do get that question of, oh, well, who are you? Who is T Money? Like those questions, when I get those questions now, I'll be like, I got this. I've talked to myself all the time. I know exactly who I am. Like that's what this podcast is about. It's discovering who you are. Just learning to be alone with your own thoughts. That's what this podcast is. And I hope in me talking to myself, being alone with my thoughts, helps you to discover or at least ask questions about yourself. Like, what are the things that you like to do? What are some things that interest you? Like, tell me. Like, I hope those questions arise in your thoughts as you listen to this, because I think that would be cool. I think everyone should really discover who they are. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little intro, like get to know who T Money is episode, and I hope you come back for more because, well, I'm telling you, I promise you it will get a lot better from here on out. It won't be as chaotic in a sense. I don't know why. That's the only word I can think of is chaotic. I can't think of any other synonyms or ways to describe the way like my thought process is happening. It's just kind of like, it's all just being improvised. Right now, I'm just trying to like figure out how this is going to happen, how this is going to work. So I promise you that following episodes will be much more like finalized, or there's going to be more of a set plan kind of going on rather than me just kind of rambling in a sense. So yeah, it's gonna get better, I promise you. I truly hope you enjoyed the ride that was this first episode of T Money Talks. It's gonna get better, I swear. I promise. You could hold me to that promise. If it does not get better from here, like leave a comment or something and be like, hey T Money, you said you were gonna get better from here, but it's just getting worse and worse as we go along. And then I will be like, oh my god, I hope I don't sound like that, and then really work on this. But until that happens, please, if you like what you hear, subscribe, share this podcast with your friends. Like, just have fun, vibe with me, you know? Like, that's what we're doing here, is we're just vibing, having a good time, discovering ourselves, and just enjoying the ride. So until next time, this is T Money saying live your life, because you're the only one who get it. All right, bye-bye.